Hi designers, welcome back to class. So this is the part 2 of our basic bodice pattern. So in this class, we are going to be learning how to cut our basic bodice and how to transfer the dart from one place to another. So without wasting much of your time, let's move right into the class. So the first thing I'm going to be doing here is to cut out our basic bodice pattern, and I'm going to start with the front one as you can see in the video. So just pay attention so that you understand what I'm doing here. I'm not going to fast forward this video because I want you to understand every bit of it. So there is something I want to explain here. When I'm done cutting my shoulder, I'm supposed to cut my main front line, but if you notice in the video, I shift and cut the very center line that demarcated the front and back. The reason why I did that is because we are still going to close our bust dart, and when we do that, if there is no allowance there, there is going to be shortage. So maybe along the line, I will still show you guys what I mean. But for now, we are going to cut the middle part just like you can see in the video. So once I'm done with the front, I move to the back. And as you can see here, this place that I cancelled, I removed it entirely. If you can remember very clearly in the first part of this video, I told you guys that once we cancel that part, we are not going to include it. So this is what I did here. So when I'm done cutting the shoulder, I also remove the zipper part of this, just like you can see me doing here. So once I'm done cutting this, I will show you guys how it looks like. So this is how the front and the back looks like. This is the front pattern and this is the back pattern. So just like I said before, I did not cut this middle part because we are still going to be closing our bust. And this right here that I'm pointing at now is our bust dart. So the next thing we need to do is to close our bust dart. The reason why closing the bust dart is important is because the front length and the back length is not the same thing. And if you look closely at the both of them, you can see that the front is a bit longer than the back. So in order to make them equal, we need to close our bust dart. And this is what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do now. So there is one rule in dart transfer. If you want to transfer your dart from one place to another, you need to open one dart. For instance, in this video, we're going to be transferring our waist dart to our bust dart. So what we are going to do is to slash open our waist dart so that it will be easier for us to transfer it to our bust dart. So that is what I'm going to be doing here. And I'm going to be taking you guys along so that you see how to do that. So I will go ahead now and use scissors and slash open my waist dart. But the place I'm going to slash is the middle one. The middle one, just like you can see me doing here in this video. And when I'm slashing this middle one, I will make sure that it's touching my bust point. That point that you are seeing me doing right now, that is the place that it must touch. It should not pass that point that I'm just showing you guys now. So when you are done with that, it should look like this. So the next thing we are going to be doing after that is to try to close our bust dart. So this place I'm pointing at is my bust dart. And in order to do that, all you have to do is to use your hand and try to fold that line. Yes, that line that you see there, that bust line. That is what we are going to try and do right now. Then when I'm done with that, I will show you guys how it looks like. So when you are folding it, make sure that it's touching the bust point as well, just like you can see me doing here. Remember, the place we are folding is the line, the bust line that I just showed you earlier. I will open it now and still show you what I mean. So when you fold it like this, you try to pull it up to the bust line, just like you can see me doing here. Make sure that it's touching that bust line. I'm repeating it this way so that you guys will understand better. So do you see the reason why I did not cut out this line when I was cutting it out? I opened it now to show you guys what I mean. You first of all slash the waist, then you try to close the bust like this. When you are done, you now pull it up this way and make it touch the bust line. So when you are done, the next thing we need to do is to use our tape and put it down so that it will not be shaking. But before then, we need to cut out our waist dart intake. We need to cut it out entirely because it's going to go out. So that is what I'm doing here in this video. So just go ahead and cut yours as well. So once we are done cutting, the next thing we are going to be doing is to use our tape to hold it down. If you don't have tape, you can as well make use of gum. Any of them can work. But in this video, I'm going to be making use of tape, just like you can see me doing here in this video. And just like I told you guys before, I told you that if we cut this front line, we are going to have shortage once we close our bust dart. And that is what happened here. Had it been that we cut it out, we would have half shortage, just like you can see clearly here. So what we are going to be doing now is to use our ruler to rule across. We are going to extend this this line up to our chest line so that everything will just be equal. And when we are done with that, we are just going to go ahead now and use our scissors and cut it out. So you can as well, for those people that went ahead to go and cut theirs, they can as well add paper. But I like doing this so that it will be easier for me. So this is when I'm going ahead now to use my scissors to cut it out. I think this is way more easier. Another thing you will notice here is that the front and the back length is not the same thing. So once you close your bust dart, you will see that the front length and the back length is not the same thing. And look at that armhole. The armhole is so perfect. I'm going ahead now to label it so that you guys will know the difference. We have the front and the back as well, just like you can see here. So this is how it looks like. The shape that the armhole is giving shows that you are not going to have a very big armhole. And if this is something you're making for your clients, it's not going to be very tight and it's not going to be very loose. So this is the perfect way to make your basic bodice pattern half scale. Please, if you have been watching this video up to this point, do well to subscribe, like this video, and do not forget to comment. You can as well tell me what you guys want me to post so that I'll go ahead and do the class for you. So the next thing we need to do now is to fill up this our waist dart so that it will be easier for us to transfer it to our fabric. So that is what I'm going to be showing you guys how to do now. In order to fill up this space, we are going to be needing any paper of our choice. I'm going to be making use of white paper here. So we are just going to put the white paper under our pattern, just like you can see me doing here in this video. When we are done with that, we will go in with our tape. If you do not have tape, you can as well make use of gum, anyone that you have. So I will go ahead and tape the two legs, just like you can see me doing here in this video. So once we are done taping it, this is how it's going to look like. And what we are going to be doing in this dart is the same thing we did with our bust dart. So we are going to be folding it in. Just watch closely what I'm doing in this video. We're going to make sure that this part we are doing is very, very sharp. Yes, we're going to make it very sharp this way. Once we are done with that, we are going to pull it to the other dart leg to make sure that both of them is matching each other. Just watch closely at what I'm doing here so that you'll be able to understand very well. Remember, what we are trying to achieve here is to make sure that this dart leg is touching each other. So if it is touching each other this way, that means you have gotten it. So I release this thing so that I will do it again so that you understand. So you first of all fold in this way. You fold it in this way. Then you now pull it up and make sure it's touching the other dart leg. Just like you can see me doing here. Once it's touching this way, we are now going to go in and use our tracing wheel. This thing that I'm having in my hand right now is called tracing wheel. You use it and trace it this way. I'm still going to show you guys how to do it in other ways if you don't have this tracing wheel. But for now, once you are done tracing, you are going to see this line that is going to show on your paper. For those people that are used to make use of tracing, you will notice that there is a line that will show in that place that you trace. So I'm trying to use my ruler now to rule out the line so that you guys will see what I'm doing. So once you are done marking out this way, you can just use your scissors and cut it out. But for those who do not have this tracing wheel, you can do this. Just close the dart leg this way. Once you are done closing it out this way, you can use your tape to hold the both leg together so that it will not separate. If you do not have tape, you can make use of gum, but I will always advise you to make use of tape because you are still going to remove it. So I will use my tape and hold it down this way. Once I'm done doing that, I will just use my scissors and cut it out. Remember, This one that I'm doing is for people who do not have the tracing wheel. So you can just use your scissors and cut it out straight. And if you open it up, you will notice that it will still look like the first one that I did. The shape will still look like the first one that we used our tracing wheel. So once I'm done cutting it out, I'll go ahead and remove my tape. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? This shape is still looking like the one that we used our tracing wheel. So I will just go ahead now and remove all the paper at the back of my pattern. So whether you are using the tracing wheel or you are using scissors for your own, it's still the same thing that you're going to achieve at the end of the day. So you just have to be careful so that you don't make any mistake at any of them that you want to make use of. So once you are done, this is how our pattern is supposed to look like. This is our front and this is our back. This video is becoming too long, so I will stop here. In our next video, I'm going to be dropping how we can transfer this pattern to fabric, and most especially how we can sew down our dart. Please, if this look like what you want to watch, stay tuned, like, comment, and most especially subscribe so that once I drop my video, you'll be the first to be notified. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.